Hey there, gang. This is White Panther coming to you from Tucson, Arizona with episode 11 of Volume 4 of our video series Inside the Panther's Lair. Today, we're talking about a song called Pick Up Beer. No, the song is not about going out and picking up beer. Let me tell you what happened. I was driving home from work one day, and it was one of those just days that, you kind of feel like the universe is messing with you just a little bit. And I'm cruising along at somewhere around 75 miles an hour. I can't tell you for sure, and if I happen to be driving through a section where the speed limit happened to have been 65, I have the right to remain silent. Anyway, as I'm cruising along, I noticed this BMW comes zipping up next to me and just blows past me like I'm standing still. I'm sitting there just shaking my head. And not a couple minutes goes by, and the Cadillac comes up on the other side. Same thing, blows past me like I'm standing still, and I'm looking down at the speedometer going, am I crawling along here? And apparently no. I mean, there wasn't a lot of traffic on the road, so I couldn't really judge by the other folks who were on the road. A Lincoln Continental, an old model Lincoln, those big boats, that they don't make anymore, came up to me, and I'll be son of a gun did the same damn thing. And now I'm like, the world is just messing with me, so I'm just going to kick back, I'm going to relax. And this is the one that people have the hardest time believing. I'm driving from Chandler back to Tucson, and at the same time, this is not a joke, at the same time, they must have both come from the dealer. A Lamborghini on my left and a Ferrari on my right blow past me, and my little rust bucket SL2 Saturn is literally just rocking back and forth. And I'm just sitting there like, wow, BMW, Cadillac, Mercedes-Benz, and all these cars are zipping by me, and I'm just sitting there going, you know what? There's no such thing as coincidence in this world. So it has to be happening for a reason. And being the songwriter that I am, what else am I going to do with this kind of event but put it in song? So I started going down the list of vehicles, and they all tend to be luxury vehicles or high-end sports cars. And it usually takes a few dollars in the bank to pull one of those off. And got me to thinking about a time when, this was going back before 9/11, good Lord, when the IT market out here was a little more competitive than it is right now. I'm not going to get up on my outsourcing soapbox. That's a discussion over a Patron and a few beers at a bar one night. Take me up on it. I'm happy to discuss it. Just not here. And I can remember a time where money really was never an issue. I mean, I had literally almost had money to burn. I made so much money at one point in time, it was bordering on obscene. It really was. Still miserable, though. Still miserable. They say money can't buy happiness. It can't. It can cushion some of the misery, but it's not what makes you happy. And I still, were it not for the fact that I had to go down that path to get to where I am right now, a lot of things had to happen for me to be in the right place and the right time to meet baby girl when I did, under the circumstances that I did, and for her to come into my life the way she did. So I never questioned the greater wisdom. So started rolling through all of these thoughts about the fancy cars and having lots of money, and I realized that the person that I was, I no longer am. I mean, at the core, Luigi is always going to be Luigi. I mentioned in some of these other videos that in my early days I was probably half asleep, I was in a coma. If I had met the person that I was then, now, I would probably not give him the time of day. But things have changed and changed for the better. And despite having been in a place where I've been to Broadway shows and stretch limousines, made ridiculous amounts of money, drove fancy cars, if you ask me who I am right now, I'm perfectly happy. Driving down an old dirt road in a pickup truck, tossing back a cold one. Not necessarily at the same time. Once again, drinking and driving. Don't do it, boys and girls. But just the idea of this boy who was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, finding real peace out in the middle of nowhere. Driving up and down dirt roads in a beat-up old pickup truck, and just could never have imagined that for me in my life back in the day. Now, I can't imagine what my life would have been like had I not had this opportunity. So, we'll put the fancy cars, making money, living the high life and being miserable versus a pickup truck down an urban. Once again, easy for me to say. Let's try that part one more time. Being in a pickup truck on an old dirt road, just putting a smile on my face. Don't need martinis and high-dollar drinks. Yes, I do love my Patron, but I'm perfectly happy popping the top on a can of beer and throwing it back. Life can be simple. Life can be wonderful, and it will be as wonderful as you allow it to be. So let's celebrate, again, poking a little fun at my earlier days when money was no longer an issue. Not minding the squeeze so much these days. Really not. Life is so damn good. So, as always, this is White Panther asking you to keep music in your hearts. May God bless you, and enjoy. Pick up beer.
Shiny and black, but let me tell you though, they just ain't my style. You can keep your Lincoln Continental, you can keep your Rolls Royce, a Lamborghini, Ferrari. They ain't my first choice, no, not either though, not by a country mile. Give me a pickup truck on that old dirt road, and then you'll see me smile. I'm a pickup driving babe, drinking man, driving on these desert roads and getting by the best I can. I don't like me no martinis, I drink my beer from a can. 'Cause I'm just a pickup driving, beer drinking man. 'Cause I'm just a pickup driving, beer drinking man. I worn some 3-piece suits and some sharp silk ties, had caviar and champagne, but it has no lie. But here's the thing though, felt so pretentious all the while. I've been to Broadway shows and stretch limousines, I made so much money it was damn near obscene. I wasn't happy though, not by a country mile. It took a pickup truck on an old dirt road to finally make me smile. I'm a pickup driving beer drinking man, driving on these desert roads and getting by the best I can. I don't like me no martinis, I drink my beer from a can. 'Cause I'm just a pickup driving, beer drinking man. 'Cause I'm just a pickup driving, beer drinking man. Oh yes, I am. I've driven BMWs and Cadillacs, I drove a Mercedes-Benz. martinis, I drink my beer from a can. 'Cause I'm just a pickup driving, beer drinking man. 'Cause I'm just a pickup driving, beer drinking man. I worn some 3-piece suits and some sharp silk ties, had caviar and champagne, but it has no lie. But here's the thing though, felt so pretentious all the while. I've been to Broadway shows and stretch limousines. I made so much money it was damn near obscene. I wasn't happy though, not by a country mile. It took a pickup truck on an older road to finally make me smile. I'm a pickup driving, beer drinking man, driving on these desert roads and getting by the best I can. I don't like me no martinis, I drink my beer from a can. 'Cause I'm just a pickup driving, beer drinking man. 'Cause I'm just a pickup driving,